Hi, it's me. Welcome to my channel. Imagine diving into an ocean so vast and mysterious that it could swallow your entire city. Now picture this, gigantic monsters lurking in its depths, ready to devour anything that ventures too close. Welcome to the world of prehistoric oceans, where fearsome creatures ruled the waves, and the ocean was the true king of the prehistoric world. These ancient beasts were the apex predators of their time, and they roamed the oceans long before dinosaurs ever set foot on land. So what kind of terrifying creatures are we talking about here? Well, let's dive right in. First, we have to talk about one of the largest animals that ever existed, the blue whale. This massive creature is so big that it can reach lengths of over 100 feet and weigh more than 200 tons. Just imagine trying to swim underwater with one of these things. It would be like trying to navigate through a forest with a 737 airplane. And just like the 737, the blue whale has a wingspan that could put you in the shade. The blue whale's flippers are so large that they measure over 20 feet from the tip of one to the other. And don't forget about the size of its mouth. The blue whale has a cavernous mouth that can reach a width of 40 feet. That's enough room to fit 3 double-decker buses or 6 giraffes at the same time. But wait, there's more. The blue whale also has a tongue that weighs as much as an elephant and a heart as big as a Volkswagen Beetle. Talk about a heavy tongue. Now let's move on to another monster that lurked in the prehistoric seas, the megalodon. This massive shark had a bite force that was 10 times stronger than that of the great white shark. In fact, the megalodon's bite force was so strong that it could crush the bones of its prey. Just imagine being on a boat and seeing this behemoth circling you in the water. You would probably need more than a week's worth of courage to survive an encounter with this prehistoric shark. But the megalodon wasn't the only large shark that swam in the prehistoric oceans. There was also the megalodon, which could grow up to 60 feet long. That's longer than a double-decker bus and heavier than a fully grown African elephant. Megalodon means big tooth, and megalodon lived up to its name. Its teeth were huge, measuring around 7 inches in length. To put that in perspective, that's about the size of an iPad mini. Imagine getting that shoved down your throat. But even these massive creatures had their predators. Enter the Leviathan, a 55-foot monster that had a skull as big as a grand piano. This enormous whale monster was the ultimate predator of the prehistoric oceans. It had rows upon rows of sharp teeth that it used to tear apart its prey. And unlike the megalodon, the Leviathan didn't just stick to eating fish. It was known to hunt and kill other marine mammals, including whales. The prehistoric oceans were truly a terrifying place. Creatures like the blue whale, megalodon, and Leviathan ruled the waves with their immense size and strength. But these magnificent beasts are sadly no longer with us. But why don't these giant monsters exist anymore? One reason is that the Earth's oceans have changed a lot since the prehistoric times. The water temperature, salinity, and oxygen levels have all changed, making it difficult for such large creatures to survive. Another reason is that the Earth's climate has changed drastically over the past few million years. The prehistoric oceans were much warmer than they are now, which allowed for larger creatures to thrive. But as the climate cooled, these creatures began to die out. Finally, many scientists believe that the extinction of these large creatures was due to overhunting by humans. Humans have been hunting whales and sharks for centuries, and it's possible that we hunted too many of them, causing their populations to collapse. So while we may never see a megalodon or a leviathan in the ocean again, we can still appreciate these magnificent creatures by learning about them and protecting the oceans today. Who knows what other incredible and maybe even terrifying creatures might be lurking in the deep, deep waters. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. And remember, the ocean is vast and mysterious, and there's so much more to discover. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.